What's up guys, this is R Squared, and today I'm gonna drive a 2021 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This is Hector's Mustang. Hector, how about you tell us a little bit about your Mustang?
Sure. Well, like you said, it's a 21 Mach 1. It's not the handling pack, but it does have some handling pack parts like the GT500 spoiler and the gurney flap on top. I did have that painted to match the OEM wing, so it's the magnetic gray finish on it, and it also has, you know,
a flat panel deck laid out.
So I actually like that look better than having the Mach 1 logo in the rear. I just think it looks super clean. It also has a Corsa, you know, active exhaust. You can make it pretty quiet or you can make it pretty loud.
And this is a fighter jet gray, right? This is the color. Okay. And is this unique to the Mach 1?
Yeah. So you can only get this color in the Mach 1. It's Mach 1 appearance package. I think it's like a $1,200 option or something. Yeah,
I was gonna say I love this color when I first saw Ford introduce it, but now seeing it in person, I feel like it's even better in person. It's a very aggressive look. And you notice a bunch of the aero up here is unique to the Mach 1 as well as the decals. But let's go ahead and go for a drive then.
Yeah.
Aggressive sounding startup, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anyone with a 5.0 should get a Corsa exhaust.
You can't go wrong.
So what are the driving modes?
Yeah, so right now we're in normal mode. If you go up, you can do Sport Plus, or you can do track. I mean, I feel like the throttle response is better on Sport, but I guess track, you know, it's better for like all around cornering.
Track turns off traction control and stability control, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I probably will keep it in Sport then, because we're not gonna have a Mustang moment today.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take her for a spin. Super light clutch feel. Tremec TR3160 feels amazing. It's worlds difference versus the MT82, which of course is in the GT Mustang. A lot of mixed match parts with this Mach 1 with its Shelby brethrens. Transmission cooler, transmission oil cooler, and intake manifold, all from the GT350. Sounds amazing. There's like not a lot of hesitation on this Coyote versus mine, that's for sure. Just wants to go. And these shifts are like super notchy, super firm, short throws, feels amazing. I've heard so much about this Tremec transmission, and I will have to say in person, it's world's difference versus the MT82.
It's honestly super buttery smooth. Like it's like a hot knife through butter.
Definitely no second gear lockout issues with this, of course. And then of course, rev matching is a must. So what made you decide to get one of these things?
Honestly, the Tremec transmission. Because I just heard so many bad things about the MT82, and I really wanted a Mustang. But before only the GT350 had the the Tremec transmission. But I really, I heard a lot of bad things about the Voodoo engine, about the
5.2,
yeah,
yes.
5.2 reliability, and them blowing up, not being good with boost, all that jazz. But so I wanted a 5.0, and I also wanted the Tremec, and the Mach 1 is the only car that has both of those, unless you go Chevy, of course. But I've always been a Ford guy, and so Mach 1 was just the best choice for me, because I want to boost it in the future, and having that combo with the Tremec and the 5.0, I think is just perfect. So
I would agree. I think this is the best transmission in a Coyote that you can possibly buy, and it's a really good bang for your buck. And I think honestly, since the adaptation of the independent rear suspension of the S550s, I think handling obviously stepped up the game, but with these 315s in the front, or 305s, my bad, right? 305s, and the 325s in the back, as well as a couple of GT500 suspension components, I think this is also kind of a track monster, even without the handling package.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this car does have the handling pack wheels, because I did buy those, and I bought, you know, some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's for the rear, and they hook really well. Like, I can't get this car to spin, honestly, but
even with 480 horsepower,
yeah,
that's some serious traction.
But honestly, those wheels are some of the best looking OEM wheels that I've ever seen, and so I was like, I didn't even want to go aftermarket wheels on this. I just wanted to go the OEM route because they look so good. But
I think the color combo with that fighter jet gray, the combination and the offset is just, you can't beat it on a Mach 1. You know, there's also those simple kind of 5-spoke design. I wasn't necessarily a fan of that, but I'm glad you opted for these because I think these look amazing.
thank you.
I know a lot of people aren't fans of these Mustang interiors. Me personally, I'm a big fan of them. It's definitely an upgrade over the years. I mean, even just going back to the S197 generation where it's just a hard knock dash. I mean, you have soft touch materials in here on the top, and like you said, aluminum dash. So
yeah, I honestly love, I love this interior. It's one of the nicest that I've been in personally. Like, I've driven the Mark V Supra, and I honestly like the way this feels better than the Mark V Supra. So.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I've driven both vehicles. Now we get some curvy roads, you can actually hear this thing a little bit. Brakes feel so good.
Right.
No lack of confidence with these brakes whatsoever. Just keeps on pulling through the rev band too. Just doesn't want to end. This car sounds so good. Grippy.
Oh, yeah.
Those Michelin Pilot Sports make all the difference. Matching is just so easy, it's effortless. That's one thing you get in this car. Some thumbs up. I'm sure you're pretty used to that.
Hey, sometimes, yeah. Definitely gets a lot of attention. So.
Man, this thing rips. For an NAV8, you know, it's kind of surprising for it to pull so hard, you know, all the way through the rev band, as hard as it does.
Yeah, even in the passenger seat, like, I can tell that it just wants to keep going. literally just instant torque all the time.
Yeah, it's instant. I mean, that's the one thing you can't get with the turbo.
Yeah.
Is instant torque. I mean, as soon as you press the throttle, you know, no hesitation. And just so everyone's aware, you know, we're not anti-turbo people or, you know, huge throbbing V8 guys.
No.
I have R33 Skyline. You've had?
I haven't. I had an STI. I had a Austin Speed. I've had a bunch of turbo cars.
Yeah. So we're not. There's no favoritism going on here. So it's that good.
But this thing takes corners like a champ too.
Yeah. This thing is an animal. So I can only imagine, which I'm not going to do, but I can only imagine what it's like with stability control off and traction control off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They were never going to move out of the way, so.
Not at all. That's crazy. There's just so much grip. That was not good on my end. That was not good at all. So we're just we're gonna act like that didn't happen. It was my first time ever launching this car.
Yeah.
And there was a corner coming up, so I'll use that as an excuse. And the sun was always in my eyes the whole time, so that was definitely distracting me.
Did you record that launch?
Yeah, unfortunately. I didn't think I was in gear, honestly, and then I was like, oh, it just took it. Because I was expecting that lockout.
Yeah.
And I thought I was locked out, and I wasn't, of course, so.
One of the pros of Tremec.
Yeah, the MT82 days came back to me. Came to haunt me. Good old Geo track. You know, there's just no lack of confidence in this car when it comes to really any area. I mean, cornering, braking. I mean, it's one of the only times I've been in a car and I actually feel fully confident in every single aspect of it and its ability. I mean, I feel like this is one of those cars you can just, it'll just take anything that you throw at it. It's quite impressive. blind corner. You know, probably not the best idea to be sending that. What do you think so far? Fun road?
Yeah, no, that little set of twists.
Oh, that was fun.
Fun.
That was fun. These guys could probably hear us 3 miles away.
Probably.
Motor just sounds angry. Just sounds pissed off, and I absolutely love it.
Unpopular opinion, but I like the way the 5.0 sounds better in the Voodoo.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I can't say I've driven a GT350, so I can't make a judgment call there.
To me, it just sounds like too high pitched.
I can understand where you're going with that, with the flat crane plank, but I don't know. I mean, have you ever seen a motor that just revs out to what, 9,000 RPM?
That's pretty cool, honestly.
I mean, a small block V8.
Yeah.
But this thing does sound absolutely absurd. And I think the Corsa exhaust really makes it. There's not a lot of exhaust systems you can go wrong with a Coyote or with any American V8 nowadays, but there's a lot you can go right with, and this is definitely one of them. So
yeah, and it has no drone or anything, so it's pretty great, honestly. That's a daily.
And you can still adjust the exhaust mode in here even with the aftermarket exhaust?
Yes.
Okay. Unapologetic about it too.
Yeah. Even though they're shorter gears, like the gears are still super long, so you can just rev it out.
Oh yeah. A lot of people are psyched when a new car comes out that's manual nowadays. Obviously there's the big hashtag save the manuals, but there's not a lot of them that come out nowadays where the pedal placement is so good where it begs you to heel toe downshift.
Yeah.
And this is there. Of course it's a Mustang, but I think it needs to be said that there's not a lot of flaws with this car.
Right. No, it's a pretty well-rounded car, so easy choice.
Easy choice. Yeah, if you are in the market for a Mustang Mach 1, if you're in the market for an Audi RS5 or a Camaro SS 1LE or a Scat Pack, I'm telling you, in the same price range, you can get the last great S550 and a V8. You can get a Mach 1 Mustang, and with this independent rear suspension and these handling pack tires, a bunch of Shelby parts. I mean, these are still going for 50 grand. I mean, they're from the factory, what, 60?
Yeah, I mean, you can find them in like the high 50s, low 60s.
So yeah, this is definitely definitely something to look into. I'm gonna give it a triple R score of 10 out of 10. Anyways, yeah, you guys need to check out this car. If you haven't driven a Mach 1, I highly encourage you to drive one. Anyways, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.